From glowing caves and pink lakes to islands that look completely alien, these places are so unreal that even locals struggle to believe they exist. And by the end of this video, you'll probably have at least one destination you'll desperately want to visit before you die. Number 10. Socotra Island, Yemen. Imagine landing on an island that looks more like another planet than Earth. That's exactly what Socotra Island feels like. Located in the Arabian Sea near Yemen, this place is famous for its strange dragon blood trees, white sand dunes, glowing blue waters, and landscapes that honestly don't look real. The dragon blood trees are what made Socotra famous online. Their giant umbrella-shaped tops make the entire island look like a science fiction movie set. Some people even compare the scenery to alien worlds from Hollywood films. What makes Socotra even more fascinating is how isolated it has remained for thousands of years. Because of that isolation, many of the plants and animals found there exist nowhere else on Earth. Travel YouTubers love filming here because every single shot looks unreal. Massive cliffs drop into turquoise oceans, caves stretch deep into mountains, and giant sand dunes meet the sea in ways that seem impossible. Number 9. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Deep inside the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan sits one of the strangest places on Earth, a giant crater that has been burning continuously for decades. Locals call it the Door to Hell. The story behind it sounds unbelievable. In the 1970s, Soviet scientists accidentally collapsed the ground while drilling for natural gas. To stop dangerous methane gas from spreading, they decided to light the crater on fire, expecting it to burn out quickly. It never did. More than 50 years later, the crater is still burning. At night, the glowing flames create one of the most surreal sights imaginable. The desert sky becomes orange, heat rises from the crater walls, and the entire area feels almost apocalyptic. This location became incredibly popular on YouTube because drone footage there looks absolutely insane. Number 8. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Most caves are dark, cold, and quiet, but the Waitomo Glowworm Caves in New Zealand feel magical. Inside these caves, thousands of tiny glowworms light up the ceilings with blue bioluminescent light, making the entire cave system look like a galaxy full of stars. The glowworms themselves are actually insects native to New Zealand. They produce light to attract prey, but together they create one of the most beautiful natural displays on Earth. Visitors usually explore the caves by small boat while floating silently beneath glowing cave ceilings. The reflections in the water make it feel like you're drifting through outer space. This place exploded online because videos from inside the caves are mesmerizing. The glowing blue lights look almost fake on camera, which is why many people don't believe the caves are real until they see them themselves. Number 7. Huacachina Oasis, Peru. Right in the middle of massive desert dunes in Peru sits a tiny hidden oasis called Huacachina. Palm trees surround a peaceful lagoon while enormous golden sand dunes rise in every direction. Looking at aerial footage of this place almost feels like watching a mirage. What makes Huacachina so unique is the contrast. One moment you're surrounded by dry desert stretching endlessly into the horizon, and the next, you're standing beside water, hotels, restaurants, and green palm trees. Adventure. YouTubers love this place because it's one of the best locations in the world for sandboarding and dune buggy rides. Videos of vehicles racing across giant dunes at sunset have made Huacachina extremely popular online. Number 6. Marble Caves, Chile. Hidden deep inside Patagonia on the border between Chile and Argentina lies one of the most beautiful cave systems in the world. The marble caves are giant natural formations carved into solid marble by thousands of years of water movement. The result looks almost too perfect to be natural. bright blue lake water reflects against swirling white and gray marble walls, creating patterns that constantly change depending on sunlight and weather conditions. Sometimes the caves glow bright blue, other times they appear silver, turquoise, or almost crystal-like. The only way to fully explore them is by kayak or small boat, which makes the experience even more surreal. YouTube travel creators love filming the marble caves because the visuals are stunning from every angle. Drone shots over the lake combined with close-up footage inside the caves create scenes that honestly look computer-generated. But everything is completely real. Number 5. Lake Hillier, Australia. At first glance, Lake Hillier looks photoshopped. This lake in Western Australia is famous because the water is bright pink, not light pink, not slightly pink, completely bubblegum pink. And the strangest part is that scientists still don't fully understand why the color remains so intense year-round. Many experts believe the color comes from a combination of algae, bacteria, and high salt levels, but even knowing the science doesn't make it look any less unreal. What makes Lake Hillier even more fascinating is the contrast around it. On one side, you have deep blue ocean water. In the middle, bright pink lake water. And surrounding both is green forest. From the air, the color combination looks absolutely insane. That's why drone videos from this location became so popular on YouTube. People genuinely think the footage is edited when they first see it. Number 4. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, China. If these mountains look familiar, there's a reason why. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park inspired the floating mountains seen in the movie Avatar. And honestly, the real place somehow looks even more unbelievable. Massive stone pillars rise high above the forest floor, disappearing into clouds and mist. Some of the formations are so tall and narrow that they look physically impossible. The scenery feels almost dreamlike. Fog slowly moves between the giant pillars, while forests grow along the edges of cliffs, thousands of feet above the ground. One reason this place became so famous online is because every weather condition creates a completely different atmosphere. On sunny days, the mountains look magical and peaceful. During foggy mornings, they feel mysterious and almost supernatural. The park also includes one of the craziest glass bridges in the world. Visitors can walk across a transparent bridge suspended high above giant canyon drops below. Travel videos filmed here always go viral because the landscape barely looks real even in high-definition footage. Number 3. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale looks like a frozen waterfall made entirely from snow and ice, but it's actually made from mineral-rich thermal water. Over thousands of years, hot springs flowing down the hillside created giant white terraces filled with bright blue pools. The result looks almost like a fantasy kingdom hidden inside the mountains. The white formations are created by calcium deposits left behind by the flowing water. As sunlight hits the pools, the reflections create an incredible contrast between pure white surfaces and vibrant turquoise water. People have visited Pamukkale for centuries because the thermal pools are believed to have healing properties. Ancient Roman ruins still stand nearby, adding even more mystery to the location. YouTube creators love filming here because the visuals are breathtaking from every angle. Walking barefoot across the warm white terraces while water flows gently around your feet creates a scene that feels peaceful and surreal at the same time. Sunrise and sunset are especially beautiful here. The changing colors across the terraces make the entire landscape glow. Number 2. Fingal's Cave, Scotland. Hidden on the uninhabited island of Staffa in Scotland sits one of the most unusual sea caves on Earth. Fingal's Cave was formed naturally from giant hexagonal basalt columns created by ancient volcanic activity millions of years ago. The rock formations look so perfectly shaped that many people assume humans built them, but nature created every part of it. The cave stretches deep into the cliffs, while ocean waves echo loudly against the stone walls, creating haunting natural sounds that made the cave famous long before social media existed. In fact, famous composers, writers, and artists visited Fingal's cave centuries ago because they were fascinated by its beauty and strange acoustics. Modern YouTubers love filming boat trips into the cave because the atmosphere feels cinematic and mysterious. Waves crash into the black stone columns while sunlight reflects across the water inside the cave. It honestly feels like something from a fantasy movie. Number 1. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Taking the number 1 spot is one of the most mind-blowing places on the entire planet. Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the world's largest salt flat, stretching over 4,000 square miles. During dry seasons, the surface looks like an endless white desert made of salt. But during rainy seasons, something magical happens. A thin layer of water covers the flats and turns the entire landscape into the world's largest natural mirror. The reflection becomes so perfect that the horizon completely disappears. Sky and Al-Ard blend together until it feels like you're walking through clouds. Videos filmed here are some of the most surreal travel clips on YouTube. Cars appear to float in the sky. People look like they're standing between two worlds. Sunsets become almost impossible to describe. Photographers and filmmakers travel from around the world just to capture this effect.